Hi everyone, welcome back to the Science of Companionship. In this episode, we're exploring one of the most fundamental and complex forms of companionship in human life, family. When we think of companionship, we often picture friendships, romantic partners, or even pets. But the truth is, our very first experience of companionship starts much earlier, within our families. Before we even understand what connection is, we're already immersed in it, in the voices, the touch, and the care of those who raise us. So, what exactly is family? By definition, a family is a group of people united by ties of marriage, blood, or adoption, living together and interacting within specific social roles parents, children, siblings, and spouses. It's different from an household, which might simply be people sharing the same space, like boarders or roommates. A family, on the other hand, is defined by relationships and shared history, not just proximity. What makes family so special is the depth and duration of its influence. Almost no other group shapes us as much or as for long. From big decisions like where we live or what values we carry, to small habits like how we load the dishwasher or squeeze the toothpaste tube, family quietly molds every layer of who we are. But there's another side to this. Unlike friendships, we don't get to choose our families. Sometimes that lack of choice can create tension or pain, especially for those who grew up in difficult or traumatic family environments. Many people struggle with guilt because of the traditional idea that you must love your family no matter what. This brings up an important distinction between relatives and family. Relatives are the people we're biologically or legally connected to, but family, in the emotional sense, are the people who make us feel seen, safe, and loved. And sometimes those aren't the same people. Now, biology also plays its part. Family members often share similar genetic backgrounds, environments, and lifestyles. These shared factors can help identify health risks or inherited conditions, but they also help explain why family members might share certain traits, personalities, or even coping styles. Interestingly, the word family has deep biological roots in science itself. In taxonomy, the classification of living things, a family is a group of related genera. For example, in the order Carnivora, the Canidae family includes dogs, wolves, and foxes, creatures that share common ancestry and characteristics. In microbiology, it's similar. A family groups together genera that share both phenotypic and phylogenetic similarities. So, whether we're talking about humans or bacteria, family always points to connection through shared origin. Now, let's move from biology to psychology. The psychologist Yuri Bronfenbrenner described that family as a central microsystem in human development, the immediate context in which we grow, learn, and form our sense of self. In his chronosystem theory, he explained that our development unfolds within layers of context, from family to school to society. But family remains the most intimate and influential environment of all. Family interactions shape us, for better or worse. Positive family relationships promote resilience, confidence, and empathy. But when negative patterns like conflict, neglect, or criticism persist over time, they can have lasting effects on development and emotional health. And remember, this influence is reciprocal. Parents shape their children, yes, but children also shape their parents. Each generation influences the next, creating a dynamic style of learning, adapting, and growing together. What family members need from one another also changes over time. Infants and young children need sensitive, responsive care. Adolescents crave guidance, but also independence. Young adults seek autonomy. Adults need to feel productive and purposeful. And in later life, older adults need respect and to feel valued by younger generations. A healthy family adapts to meet these evolving needs. Even external factors like a mother's educational level or economic stability can profoundly affect a child's cognitive and emotional development. That's why social policies that support families, especially early in life, are so critical to long term well being. Of course, families come in many forms, but not one structure guarantees happiness. What matters most is the quality of connection. And those connections are built, in part, through something truly magical: family memories. Research by Van der Kolk at the University of Amsterdam found that positive family memories activate broader neural networks than neutral ones. These act as natural backups stored across multiple brain regions, making our happiest memories more resistant to fading. Now, let's look at the biological bonds that keep families close, starting with oxytocin, the famous bonding hormone. During childbirth and breastfeeding, oxytocin surges, helping mothers feel connected to their babies. But it's not just mothers. Fathers and caregivers also experience increases in oxytocin when they nurture, hold, or comfort loved ones. This hormone promotes recognition, trust, and the urge to approach those we care about. Interestingly, for fathers, oxytocin rises mainly through direct involvement. The more they engage in hands on care, the more their brains and hormones synchronize with their child's needs. This experience literally reshapes the brain through neural plasticity, forming new connections in regions linked to motivation and social understanding. The more involved a parent is, the more their brain physically adapts to caregiving. Key brain areas like the medial prefrontal cortex, anterior cingulate cortex, and insular cortex help us understand and share emotions. Together, they form the neural foundation for emotional intimacy, the invisible bridge that allows us to feel with our loved ones. Through these biological and emotional systems, family bonds become something more than shared DNA. They become shared experience encoded in our minds, our hormones, and even our neural architecture. So, when we talk about the science of companionship, family is its deepest, most ancient form. It's where our brains learn love, our bodies learn safety, and our hearts learn connection.